What's up, peeps? I've been wanting to do a quick training on this topic for so long. It is so just coming up lately, I believe, because we're heading into the summer months. And if you caught my Facebook Live the other day, I was talking about how we're heading into the season of the heart, and the heart is ruled by the emotion of joy, which on the other side of joy could be brokenheartedness. And this is a great time to lean in and heal some past wounds. So I think a lot of us feel that coming up as we enter the summer. So perfect time to talk about kind of, choosing pain and seeing that as feedback, and then ditching the suffering, because that's a choice. Okay? And let me just drop right in here and start this off by saying that you're not a bitch to circumstance, right? You take on everything that shows up in your life. So that's like the greatest gift from the universe, because you get to literally lean in and embrace everything that may be showing up for you that is causing you suffering, because you chose in on it. I like to say, even to my kiddo, like, you created that contract, right? You decided to show up and feel that way. So here's the thing. We probably understand that on some level, but change feels hard to us. Like, we see, okay, we have these patterns showing up. We know that it's causing us pain. We know that it's ultimately causing us suffering. But to change it is like, oh my God, what if I can't identify with that anymore? Then what? Then there's this huge fear of the unknown, and it's freaking scary. But the thing is, change really is like the only thing that is completely known. It is the only constant in life. So we might as well go with it. And when we get into a place of just going with the flow of change, knowing that it is always going to be there for us, then it's not unknown anymore. Then it's not scary anymore. Then we get to see that, all of these things that we chose in on, like on those contracts, these things that have come into our lives over and over again that bring us pain and ultimately bring us suffering, is the blessing, because it's the opportunity to heal it. And when we heal it finally, we release it, and guess what happens to the suffering? Peace the F out. It's gone. We have said, thank you. I signed the contract. Now I'm sending it back up into the universe, and it's gone. And you're free. And you get to move on. You get to choose a new pattern that activates a new energy that attracts something different. You raise yourself up. And I like to say you pull up into this soul view, this third person consciousness, so that you can then look down and see that beautiful, sweet, loving human and give the most love and compassion to that little human for tapping in on that contract, or that darker frequency, or that darker person in your life, and just say, oh, I see why you did that. I understand, right? You get to be like your own soul mate and say, like, we could stop this pattern, because you know what? It just doesn't feel good. It's causing me suffering. I see it. I get it. But it's not true for me anymore. It doesn't fit me anymore. And I'm sending it back to the source and saying, okay, what do I get to choose now? Right? So the pain is part of the process. It's just the feedback to help you shift. But as I said at the beginning, suffering is a choice. Okay? Because we're choosing to see it as something bad with a sense of hopelessness and paralyzing fear. Instead, as soon as that feeling comes up, that dark, heavy feeling comes up that you may be experiencing now in these summer months, embrace the full expression of yourself. Whatever that is, the tension, the pressure, the anxiety, okay? It starts with this simplest truth. When you feel it fully, right at the exact moment that it's coming through your body, the sensation of it, embrace that expression. Even if you need to bawl, cry, scream, rage, howl, jump, go running, breathe, punch something, whatever it is to release it, Live into it, okay? It will help you pass it. Own it as it comes in. And here's the thing, and I find magic in this. Living in the past is what causes us depression, right? Living in the past is like too much resentment. Living in the future causes too much fear, right? It causes anxiety, like that fear of unknown. But being present is what creates bliss. Being in the moment as it is right now, you can heal anything. Okay, there's no suffering in the present moment. All the old stories, that's what they are. Old timelines. And they may not even be yours. All of the worry about the future in a place that doesn't even exist because all we know is that we have this moment, that's it. Then we get to heal exactly from where we are right now. And here's such a cool thing, right? And this is so just absolutely freeing. When we see that we're not even our own separate beings, that we're not these separate entities and individuals, but part of a collective humanity, and we're also part of nature too. Again, that's why I love talking about the seasons. I love talking about even just how we fuel ourselves throughout the seasons, because we're part of that nature. That is pure being. When we see ourselves as separate beings, it feels heavy. It creates the suffering. It alienates us from our true nature. And our true nature is being. It's the true nature of everything. It's being. No future, no past. Just being. That is when it's effortless. That is when you ask and you just simply receive, because there's no in between. You're just being. And being means you're just knowing that there's nothing in the way, right? You clear your cells, literally cells, right? Those trillions of cells that you have, and activate the frequency to just simply attract what you want, because you're like, I'm here. I'm in bliss. I'm present. I'm in a state of deep contentment. There is nothing to try and do later. You just simply be in the love, in the light, and just play and boom and receive it. So, weight to lose, money to make, things to accomplish, rules to abide by, standards to live up to, right? All these things, approval to seek, beliefs and perceptions that we have forged from past experiences that may not even be our own. It is an identity that we create that in turn isolates us. And then it becomes so deeply familiar, which is why we call it an identity, right? Because we identify so deeply with it. And that is where the struggle starts. But what if you just let it go? And it may feel terrifying at first because it's unknown, but we've just established, what could you believe? You could believe that it's actually known. Change is actually the only known thing. So, what if you just let go of the struggle to lose weight? What if you just let go of all the rules that you follow? What if you let go of the belief that it's really, really, really hard work to make money? What if you let go of the belief that you needed approval in order to feel good about yourself, right? Who would you be then? I'll leave you with this. Journal on it. Perhaps maybe you would feel present, peaceful, aware, unattached, in pure essence, completely self-compassionate. Right? So when you be, you get to play. When you're playing, you attract. You just simply receive what you're asking for. It's simple, right? I hope this was super helpful. I hope that maybe you listen to this and you're able to release some of the suffering, right? You see the pain is just what it is. It's feedback. The fear, it's just because it's something that's important to you. But tell yourself what is known. Change is the only constant. So move and just flow, and get with the flow with the going, and just step into the present moment. Much, much love. Hope this little training was helpful. Boom. Comment below. Let me know if you have any questions.